Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever, not in that order. Had a little snafu, apparently. Obviously, every time something funny happens, we don't have a camera around. But I gotta disconnect this right now. We had a little issue with this, where I had to switch out this remote with another remote that we had. But I gotta disconnect this trailer, hook up the other little tilt deck down there, and then throw some forks on the skid steer, and I'll probably take a bucket with me too. And then we gotta go down to the river because yeah, well, I'll show you what happened when we get down there, but 1 second. Yeah, so this is what happened. Pin came out of the link there, so
weld broke, I guess, huh?
I guess they welded the pin in or something. So we gotta, oh, look at that. Was that from the track there? Yeah, so I gotta get the skid steer off and
that end
drag it back that way and then try to straighten it up.
that goes first. That's the front. That's the way. That goes that way. That end goes that way and comes back around.
And then should I grab it by there and pull it back? All right, so yeah, let me do that now. It's gonna take a minute. Okay, so here's where we're at so far. I don't have very much battery, so I can't really record much today. I should have charged these, but we got it sitting under it now. But I took this plate off, so see how loose these are. This one down here is good. This one's a little loose. That one's probably loose. It looks like it is. But I can't really. We don't have the right socket to sit on the back. But we got it sitting on here. All we did was basically we're just pumping one side, putting more cribbing under the under that side. Jesus. Putting some cribbing under that side and then pumping the other side, going back and forth and back and forth. And then what we did up here is we put this big old block 6x6 under there and used the blade, pushed the blade down to lift the front end up here, and then I pulled the track in here right next to it and then pushed it in, pushed it right underneath there so that the rails are set in center. So it's at least sitting on the tracks now. And then what we're probably going to do, as you can see, it's probably about to start raining here, so we might need to pick this up tomorrow. But we're going to put a chain on that end and then try to pull it all the way up here. Or we might actually back this up more so we can get this link up closer to like right here. Yeah, we don't have one of those rigging jigs that they made, that what CNC has, where you could use a jack to pump it up so that you can get them lined up. So it's going to be a B word getting them lined up. But we're going to have to do that and then put the pin in, and we'll have to walk it all the way over to the river little warehouse or little shop I have, where I got 240 in there, so I could weld that pin in there. Because if you see here, whoever had this before welded the pin in, and it's all gummed up. It's going to be a little bit of a challenge to get that done. But I mean, look at this undercarriage, man. We need to get this over there anyways. Yeah, so this needs a whole new undercarriage if you're going to actually use it. But we just use it. He uses it for fun, basically. We use it to clear that road over there and push some of these trees over. But yeah, I don't know. If it doesn't rain, we'll be picking back up here, but if it does, we'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, well, we already got it on. I have no battery. I should have charged this. This would have made a very funny video. But yeah, we got it on. What we did, back the grease zerk off. I put the skid back behind here, pulled this chain in, and it let some of the grease out of here. Then I came back, what did I do then? Oh, we put hooks on these sides, right there, and right there. Lifted it up, then put some 6x6s under there. Let's kind of hold this one up. Then we did the same thing. I don't remember which one it was. Maybe this one right here, maybe this one right, this one here, chain here, looped around the center, the cross member for the front of the skid, and then I pulled the whole rail back. Then he backed this up a little bit because we were kind of bound up over here. And we got the pin in. Look, I mean, look at this pin. Look at that. Okay, yeah. Now look on this side. Look at that. I mean, it's got almost a ½ inch of slop. Yeah, so that's not very good. Yeah, and we you know, we left this cover off because we still gotta tighten these. He just wanted to get it all together so we could take it all the way over there, but we were gonna weld it up over there. But I reminded him we have that Hobart gas-powered stick welder. We could just bring that down and then weld it right here. But yeah, I mean, this is not you didn't get too much action in this one, but at least you're seeing what happened. It wasn't me. I didn't do it. I wasn't running the machine, but I'm here to help fix. So I got that all together, loading up now. I was just in the middle of the chain and I was like, oh, I forgot to say anything about us getting the chain actually, or getting the tracks actually on it. But yeah, so I mean, if this ends up being a video, I'm sorry. It's not very eventful, but at least not for you guys. It was very eventful for me. But it's starting to rain now, and I'm gonna get this chained up and get on out of here. All right, so if you can tell, we've backed it all the way back over here. We got the pin in here. It's not quite orientated right, but it'll be fine. We got this welder set up here. We'll use some 70, 18.
It's a nozzle. It's a spray nozzle from
Just gonna weld right here, and then on the inside the same.
Now what are you gonna do?
And then afterwards, we're gonna have to tack the back of these bolts here because we can't get a socket on there to hold them in place. You see, look at that, look at that. It's all loose as hell, but we're just gonna tack them. But they're talking about me now, so I'll be back. Well, if you couldn't see by how frustrated this was making me, this is what we got. It looks like shit. I could not get a good connection, and then the fuse on the welder kept popping off. We were trying to tighten the shoes up, like you see up here, how I tacked them there so you could bolt, but the fucking bolt heads are rounded off. they're so rounded off you can't even get a socket on them. We were trying to hammer a socket on, and then it's busting the tacks off. We got these two tightened up a little bit, but they're still, I mean, this whole undercarriage is shot. So like I just told him, we're patching a leak when there's a flood. So we're just gonna try to put that plate back on, and then, you know, hope it will just run a little bit longer for us. But yeah, this thing needs new rails, new pads, shoes, whatever the hell you want to call them, and sprocket back there, all sprocket sections. But I mean, what are you gonna do? It's a what? How old? Friggin' 60-some-year-old machine, 70-something-year-old machine. So we're gonna put this back together, and then we're done for here. I'll bring you back if we do anything else. But otherwise, if we don't, enjoy your weekend, your day, night, weekend, whatever it is.